everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza Twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below. We try to do monthly favorites. We're a little bit behind, but we do monthly favorites, a weekly favorites video that's more lifestyle based.
We usually do get readies, but we have not lately.
Yeah, but we're getting back into it.
So today we're doing our September favorites, a little bit late, as Britta said, but this was good stuff we didn't want to not share.
Okay, we both tried the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence this month. I forget what the website is called that we ordered from, but I'll link it down below. You can get this on Yes Style, Amazon.
Yeah, now currently it's on sale on Amazon, but I don't know when we're uploading.
I think Prime Day is over.
Oh, it's done now.
Yeah, it was on sale for Prime Day, but lots of different retailers for this. Basically, it's a milky essence. I know they're like all the rage. Lots of people love like the tier one. We've tried the Road one. That one was nice, but this one is my favorite.
It's so good.
And it
comes in a nice glass bottle.
Yeah, the glass bottle is amazing, especially for the price. And it just has like the perfect milky, I can put some on my hand, milky texture that has a nice amount of body to it, which is what I like. Like you can see, it looks milky and it's not dripping too fast. Like it has some cushion and body, and then when you rub it in, it feels like an actual like protective layer on your skin. So I get why they're calling it a barrier essence. It's just so nice. I feel like this can take you from, like it can be a layer of hydration in the winter, or it could be like your hydrating serum in the summer. Like it's so multi-purpose. I love it so much. It like really smooths out the skin too.
Yeah, it does. Okay, next up is a tubing mascara favorite, and this shocks me because I am a tubing mascara hater. I think I've tried every single one there is, and I rarely like them. They're always too heavy for my lashes. They always are wet. They always clump on me. They're just never a good time. But the M Cosmetics Shape Shift Tubing Mascara is so good. I've been loving this. I'm shocked at how like my lashes stay so curled with this formula. And I can't even say that now with non-tubing formulas, like washable mascaras. I feel like as I've gotten older, the curl just doesn't hold, as I think this is for everyone. They fall more, they're not as long, my lashes, and I've just been loving this. I feel like I look at my lashes at the end of a day when I wear this, they're still curled, they look long. I will say it's not doing a ton for volume. It is a mold.
They usually don't.
Yeah, it's a molded wand. I feel like I personally feel like my lashes need like a nylon bristle wand to give volume. I don't think I've ever received volume from a molded wand, but it's just a really amazing formula and I'm so impressed. Okay, our dogs were barking. I'm not sure where I left off, but it removes easily with water. It does come out in like kind of large clumps, and I have to sort of shimmy them down my sink because they're like so large. They don't just go down easily, but that's literally my only complaint. I love this and I'm so shocked by that, and it doesn't irritate my eyes, which is also huge for me.
This month I tried the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Soft Brown. Blast from the past, I know. I never tried this, and I wanted to go back to a brow powder because I had used like a MAC eyeshadow in my brows years ago, and a powder is just so much more economical. I feel like I go through pencils so fast. So I picked this up during the Ulta sale when it was 50% off, and I only used like the lighter side, but the color is like a really good shade match for me, and I just love how this looks. I feel like powder looks so natural in the brows because you can fill it in kind of messily and then just brush through it, and it kind of just like clings to the patches that you like, you know, where you need filling in, instead of a pencil where I feel like sometimes it's hard to fill in the entire area, if that makes sense. And I feel like it lasts really well all day. Like I feel like this is my new go-to brow product, and they have such a good shade range. I originally thought I was a different color, but then swatched these in person, and like I said, soft brown is like a really good match for me.
Okay, a perfume favorite. This is Room 1015 Wave Child. So Britt and I smelled this at Scent Room in Larchmont Village here in LA, probably at the beginning of summer, like back in like May or June.
Yeah.
And we fell in love with it, but we both didn't want to spend money on the full size, which is all they offered.
Well, and they only have 100 ml. It's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge bottle. And then we were like trying to order it from another website in this 10 ml size, and it was out of stock for months. Then we finally went to Lucky Scent a month ago, and they were like, oh, it's still out of stock in the 10 ml, but we can order it for you and we'll ship it when it's ready. It should be ready in like a week. And it shipped in a couple days. We got it, and we were kind of bummed because this is a watermelon scent at its heart, but there's a lot of, there's actually cocoa as a note in here, which is super rare. And so we were like, oh, we really wanted this for summer, but we couldn't pass up buying it because we fell in love with this fragrance. Like, I'm smelling it now and I'm like,
It's
this
like
is
the
literally
juiciest,
so good.
It's the juiciest watermelon scent,
It's not
but
even,
it has
deep.
depth.
It's super deep for a fruity fragrance, which is so hard to find. And the guy that was helping us at Lucky Scent was like, actually, I think you could wear this into the fall because it's not a super like just fruity, light, fresh like summer scent. There's like so much depth to it.
Lots of fruity scents have floral notes too, making them more summery. And this one isn't like that. It's like just watermelon and then like those like deep notes. And like almost cocoa and woody.
Yeah. It's so hard to describe. Please try to get a sample of it. They have them on Lucky Scent and smell it yourself because it's just incredible. And we're so happy to have it even though we had to wait months.
This month I've been using the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation over and over and over. I really love this. I was like really shocked at how much I like it. I like that a little goes a long way. It's a bit of a like thicker formula. Like it comes in a dropper like this. So I just make like a little, squirt a little on the back of my hand and then dab it on my face. But then when you start to blend it out, it like thins out really nicely. So I feel like it's kind of medium bodied in that way, like really versatile. You can use a small amount and you'll get pretty light coverage. But I think you could also build this up if you need fuller coverage. So I like that I can use a little bit of product so it doesn't like settle into lines. It lasts such a long time on the skin. I feel like I'm wearing it today, has a really nice like natural finish. It reminds me a lot of Luminous Silk, but that one is like a bit of a thinner formula, but the overall finish I feel like are kind of similar. This one is even more of like a natural, I don't want to use the word matte, but more of like a natural finish, where obviously Luminous Silk has like slight luminosity to it. But it's so nice, and I feel like not that many people have talked about it, and I haven't really tried a product from Urban Decay that I've loved in a long time, but it's like a good solid option if you're looking for a new, I would say, light to medium coverage foundation.
Okay, this blush was on sale a bit ago at Ulta, so I picked it up. It's MAC Humor Me. It's one of the mineralized blushes, and I've wanted this shade for a long time. I will say I watched so many videos on this, and it looked like a dusty rosy brown. This is like a straight bronzer shade when I got it, but I also know that MAC has like some crazy issues with their batches. Like I've reordered things where the color is so different from like the previous time I've had it. So maybe that could be it, but I ended up keeping it because I love the formula. I love a baked product. I don't think there's one I don't like. And it blends out so beautifully, and I have it on today, and I kind of just been combining it with a bronzer. Like I'll put on a bronzer and then put this on top, and it almost gives like a light sunburn bronze look. So it's just such a nice, like I'm not a huge colored blush person. Like I like a beigey blush. I like them to be more neutral, and I just like the color this gives. It's like there is like no pink in it. But I surprisingly really liked it, and I think I'm gonna wear it alone as just like a one and done product in the summertime because it gives that sort of like sunburn look on my skin tone. So pleasantly surprised by this, even though it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And the formula is so lovely, so nice. This product just kind of shocked me. I've had it for months, and I never talked about it on here. I got it in a Yes Style haul that I did a few months back, and I was using it every day. It's the Benton Fermentation Eye Cream, and somebody had recommended this a long time ago. I had saved it, and I wanted a new eye cream, and so I was like, okay, I'll pick this up. It's so inexpensive, and it's 30 grams, which most eye creams are like 15, like half of this. And I realized I didn't take it traveling with me like on any of the travels that we've had lately, and I realized that my under eyes just looked more parched and darker. Like I had darker circles. So then I went back to using this every single morning and night, and I just think it's so hydrating. It's a really thick formula. I'll put it on the back of my hand, which I saw some people complaining because they felt like it was like kind of hard to rub in. But what I like about it is it's thick, and then you warm it up between your fingers, and it has like almost, I guess powdery matte might not be the right term, but it dries down completely matte under the eyes. So I like that it doesn't leave your under eyes like too dewy or too slippy, because then sometimes when you put product on top of it, I feel like it can settle into lines. This just creates like a really nice hydrated smooth canvas for concealer and makeup.
and it just hydrates the under eye so well, and I like that it's thick so you can really put it where you need it. Like I use it on my smile lines as well, and I don't think it's doing anything necessarily for like anti-wrinkle or anything like that. I just find that it hydrates really well, which I think in turn helps diminish the look of dark circles. And I just reordered another tube during Prime Day on Amazon, but it was like like $12, and it's hard for me to find an eye cream that works for morning and night that like layers well under makeup, so I really love this one.
Okay, next up, obviously, candle favorite is from our brand Daya. This is signed and sealed. We launched this last year as our fall seasonal candle, and we brought it back this year. It's a chai inspired candle.
Yes.
It has notes of like cinnamon and cardamom, just those like warm spices in the fall that.
But there's some vanilla, like it's a little bit sweet, but mostly like spicy, woodsy.
Yeah, it's so good. Every time we light it, I'm like, oh, this candle, and we worked really hard on it last year. We ended up launching it too late last year, so we were excited to bring it back this year. If you're into fall candles that is not pumpkin spice,
and look at, we burned this twice, I think now. Look at that nice even burn. Do you see it?
Very even.
Shoe favorite of the month. I got these open edit shoes from Nordstrom during a sale. I think they were like $30 each. I had them saved forever. They come in a bunch of colors. I got them in black and silver. They are the best. They have this small kitten heel, so they're super comfortable to like walk in. The pointed toe, I feel like the kitten heel and pointed toe makes them so like classic. You can see they have a cushiony sole. I liked that the silver wasn't too shiny. It's like a bit of a matte silver, and the black just go with everything. I've been wearing these, like you can wear them like to dinner, but I feel like you could also dress them up. They're just very wearable, and the quality feels really nice, especially, like I said, I got them on sale for $30. So I highly recommend. I would even consider getting another color if they launched one that I liked, because I think they're such a classic silhouette.
Okay, and then we have no book favorites because honestly, I haven't even had time to read, and the one book I tried to read, I had to not even finish because I didn't like it.
I've read two, but they just weren't favorites, so we're not going to include them.
But we have a TV show favorite. This probably comes as no surprises. Everyone is loving this show, but it's Nobody Wants This on Netflix with Kristen Bell and Adam Brody. It's like a romantic comedy show. I don't even know if we should talk about it because I feel like everyone's talking about it.
Well, we can just summarize. So basically, I forget her name on the show. Joanne. She is a podcaster. Her and her sister have like a relationship podcast, and they're both kind of like, they don't have the best pickers. They're always talking on the podcast about like these men that they date and they're like bad relationships.
Or she self-sabotages. It's not just the picking.
Yeah, it's not just the picking. But regardless, they're both, I think they're intended to be in like their late 30s, and they're both single, and so they have this podcast that has blown up, and so they're making like a good living on this podcast, taking it to the next step in a good place in their life, career-wise. And then Adam Brody's character, what is his name? Noah.
Yeah.
Noah, he is a rabbi, and he breaks up with his girlfriend of like many years and meets Joanne at a mutual friend's dinner party, and they kind of hit it off, but like she's agnostic, he's a rabbi, will it ever work?
Yeah, and then you see them trying to make it work, and it's just about the cutest relationship on TV I think I've seen in probably a decade. It is so good. Highly recommend the show. You'll love it.
And I love that her sister is like a big part of the storyline.
Yeah,
and
I like the
relationship. His brother. So like the four of them together are really funny.
Okay, and that's it for our monthly favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.